Here is a secret for you. You didn't know that, but you have been using business analysis your entire life actually. But why didn't you know that? Or how do you use it? What? How? Keep watching and you'll find all the answers. Welcome to the exploration of business analysis, a knowledge area you subconsciously know and use daily. Let me explain. We engage in analysis every day, not even realizing it. It happens every time you buy groceries, or you decide for the best route for your morning commute, or even when you plan your next vacation. To do all these things, you analyze needs, you evaluate options, and you make decisions based on the information you have, intending to get the most value from the resources you have. For example, let's say you are a parent and you will eventually decide on the best school for your child. You will gather information such as location, curriculum, teacher's experience, and other things you think are essential to make a choice. Based on that, you will decide which school will maximize your child's educational experience. Or let's say you are in charge of planning a group vacation. You're not just choosing a destination and the way of getting there, you are also working hard to manage your friends' preferences. You are coordinating these stakeholders, each with their own needs and constraints, likes and dislikes. Through a lot of discussions, a lot of compromises, and a lot of planning, you will find a solution that will deliver value to the entire group. What I'm trying to say is that these examples, they perfectly show the nature of business analysis and the fact that we do it on a daily basis. To start building the whole picture, let's define business analysis. I prefer to use the definition from BABOK. If you haven't heard about it, it is a 500-page encyclopedia about business analysis that explains the fundamental concepts and activities business analysts do and what competencies you need as a BA. By the way, if you want me to make a video explaining the BABOK guide, please comment below this video because I assume that many of you struggle with studying it. I know well how complex BABOK is. Anyway, here is the definition. Business analysis is the practice of enabling change in an enterprise by defining needs and recommending solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. I know, it sounds pretty complicated, but don't worry, I will explain it in an example in a couple of shakes of a lamb's tail. Okay, let's say you are hungry, that's your need. The need is always either a problem or an opportunity, something to fix or change to gain value or profit. In our case, you have a problem, an issue of being hungry. It requires some solution, a way of satisfying your needs, such as eating a ham and grilled cheese sandwich, for example. If you do that, you will get the value of not being hungry and feeling generally more comfortable. Value is always something of usefulness, tangible or intangible. The value will be supplied to a stakeholder, in this case to you, because you are the main interested party. Another direct stakeholder in this case may be your other significant if you bring one for them as well. There might be also an indirect stakeholder, for example your dog if you have one, that you decided to walk with now as you have more energy after eating the sandwich. In other words, stakeholders are individuals like customers, users, sponsors and other people or even entire organizations that receive value from solutions. Finally, a change must happen to get the value. Change is always a transformation from point A to point B or from state A to state B. And it's always a response to a need. For our example, the change would be eating something and the change strategy would be getting off the couch, bringing yourself to a fridge and making and eating this sandwich. And that is basically business analysis. You understand the need, you analyze it, you come up with solution alternatives, you implement one of them, and boom, you have the value delivered to those who need it. There is just one more thing, another core concept of business analysis missing in the definition. It is called context. Context is a state of the world around us, the world that influences the change or is influenced by the change, and it provides the understanding of the change. In our sandwich example, your context might be that you will have to pay the cheese tax to your dog when making the sandwich. Anyway, this is my rendition of the business analysis definition. I suppose that experienced business analysts will also be watching this video, so if you do, please give us a comment and give your version of the business analysis definition. And here is another question for you. If it's so obvious, why don't we recognize these activities as business analysis? I suppose that we overlook their complexity and value because these activities are ingrained in our daily lives. And actually, that's the beauty of it, because you can translate your innate skill into valuable professional asset. As you consciously apply it in more formal settings, you'll find that the leap from personal to professional business analysis is even more natural than it seems. With that, we approached another critical question: who is a business analyst? Again, from BABOK, it is any person who performs business analysis tasks, no matter their job title or organizational role state. I love this definition because it shows the breadth of practice. Basically, everyone is a business analyst. If you ever thought about someone's needs, including yours, you analyzed them, you found gap between A and B, and you've driven the change into the right direction to make some people happy, you are an analyst already. However, this definition doesn't help us to identify which jobs you may take in this field or why an organization might need an analyst. Luckily, that is the next thing I'm going to talk about. BABOK defines 5 business analysis perspectives. There are, of course, more than that, but let's start with the basics. These perspectives show how many different applications for business analysis exist. I will start with the information technology perspective, as most people probably first heard about BAs when they heard about IT, software development, these sorts of things. The information technology perspective is the cradle of IT business analysts, systems analysts, and technical business analysts. These professions are focused on working with requirements for IT systems, websites, mobile applications, cloud technologies, you name it. Initiatives in this perspective may be small, like fixing a couple of bugs, or as large as creating a new software or re-engineering the entire business infrastructure. Within this perspective, BAs execute a bridging function, a link between the business and the development team. In other words, a business analyst plays the role of a translator who helps businesses and technology stakeholders understand each other's needs and each other. BAs help businesses automate business capabilities, or as it's called, perform a digital transformation. In simple words, we help companies to move from relying on people and paper primarily to relying on systems. By the way, I will dive deeper into each job and perspective in my next video, so make sure you have subscribed to catch it later. Another important branch of business analysis is business process management, or BPM. Everything we do is a process. When you book a vacation, that's a process. Making a sandwich, hiring a person, or even making this video are examples of processes. Each contains steps, procedures, responsible people, and other elements that create a process. So the BPM perspective is all about creating, executing, and monitoring those processes, ensure that entire organization operates efficiently. Usually BPM is used to manage the entire organization processes. But that shouldn't prevent you from, for example, examining your own routine and your life and find what you might do better. Jobs in this area might include process modeler, analyst, and architect. The following perspective is business intelligence, or BI. It is all about businesses using the business analysis for data transformation, integration, and enhancement to support decision-making processes. BI aims to convert the raw data into valuable insights. A critical aspect of BI is establishing a single source of truth within the organization, which helps maintaining and consistently defining the usage of data across different departments. The BI conceptual framework, as it shows, involves several components including data sourcing, data integration, data transformation, and information delivery through multiple methods such as reports, dashboards, and alerts. Regarding the business analysis within BI, the role extends beyond requirement elicitation to developing complex analytical functionalities. BI business analysts are tasked with integrating business needs with technical solutions, ensuring that the data architecture effectively supports business decisions. The usual jobs in this area include data analyst, BI analyst or BI developer, and data scientist. The last one, by the way, is more of a developer than an analyst, but it still can be considered as BA because of the functions they perform. Moving on to another perspective. Business architecture is a blueprint of how the whole organization operates. It provides a structured way to understand, plan, and organize the components of a business to ensure they align with the company goals and strategic direction. Think of it as creating a detailed map that outlines the organization structure. Business architecture dictates how processes are performed, how the information is used, and what technologies are required to support the operations. And of course, it explains how people should carry out these processes. As you can see, it is a very advanced branch of business analysis, as it operates on the whole business level, compared to other perspectives that could stretch from the strategic to the operational level. It is much more complicated than the others, and at the same time, people who work in this perspective who get there, they also get to C-level positions quite often. Typical roles within this perspective include business architect and enterprise architect. And finally, the fifth perspective, which is called Agile. Now, in my humble opinion, it is a bit of a stretch to put Agile as a separate perspective, as the principles of Agile are valid for all other perspectives. It is all about having a flexible mindset working in a state of constant change. This perspective focuses on adapting quickly to change and delivering value incrementally, piece by piece. Unlike traditional approaches that may rely on extensive planning, Agile business analysis is iterative, flexible, and directly involved in the continuous delivery of solutions. At the same time, Agile also creates a unique environment to work in. It is very different from classical approaches, It is a fast evolving set of frameworks, a lot of tools, methods, and thought leadership, of course. People working in Agile are very different from my experience from those who do not. This is why I also see Agile as a separate perspective because of so many distinctions. Typical roles within this perspective include Agile Analyst and a lot of variations of product owners like proxy product owner and technical product owner. I hope that this video answers your question about business analysis and what business analysts do. Those of you intrigued by the possibilities of business analysis should stay in touch. If you like the content of this video, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. If you have any questions, don't be shy and drop me a comment. I enjoy communicating with you and answering your question. And if you enjoyed this video a lot and you would like to support this channel, find the link in the description. And remember, business analysis offers a rich tapestry of opportunities for professional growth, for innovation, and for making tangible impact. Whether you are just starting out or looking to deepen your expertise, there has never been more exciting time to explore business analysis. Cheers and have a great time of the day.